Pacific Ocean. But don't worry, on account of if we happen to crash into the Pacific Ocean, the seat cushions are not only seat cushions, they are also boats. Yep, they're boats. All the time, you turn on a TV and the guy goes, well, a plane crashed in the Atlantic, but it's all right. Everybody, listen to the ladies, so they're all just on their boats. People are going, God damn, why did I buy that boat? I should have just got a fleet of seat cushions. I would have saved all kinds of money. I've noticed lately, everybody has an opinion. And when I was young, it wasn't that way, People would have maybe, 6 opinions, Sometimes you meet a guy, he'd have 8 opinions. You'd go, God damn, that guy's opinionated. But about 6 opinions, that'd be about, and most of them were about food, I would drop the mic, but I paid for it.
That was sweet, man.
Holy shit.
Tearjerker ending. Fuck.
Good.
Yep. I thought of 2 things. The first thing I thought of was I might owe Drew Michaels an apology because he made a special with no audience and I hated it. Because I looked at it like a swimming meet with no water or like that's the whole thing. But this was very endearing. It was amazing.
The form is different. It's not, strictly speaking, stand-up. It's something else. And the great gift could have been to be in a room full of people when Norm did that for those people. Right. Because that would have evaluated, measured, and directed what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. And for us to sit here and look at it is not a true test of anything, really, other than we all love Norm. And my God, he's certainly prolific, certainly energetic, but we weren't watching stand-up comedy because it was impossible. But there's something there, for sure.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah.
I also forget how poetic he is.
Yeah.
With Norm, I didn't know him that well in the 90s. And then when my dad died, I had to do a movie with Norm. And I tried everything to get out of that movie because I was inconsolable. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't get out of it. And working with him was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was like he was the right guy at the right time. I was inconsolable.
Did he talk to you about your dad a lot? Or what did he do?
Never came up.
Uh-huh.
He just made me laugh.
Yeah, right.
He just, and it was, wistful and musing. And Norm is, you never knew he was setting something up or not. We were just hanging out, and all of a sudden it'd be like this punchline out of nowhere. But it started to become like work was like a church I go to. Like I couldn't wait to get to work and just hang around this guy.
Sweet,
and I knew he was special.
Yeah.
And I've known people for years and years that didn't make me laugh as much as he did in that 8 or 10 weeks. So he's like a real special person to me. And the way he's funny, I just never seen someone get at it like that.
The element that I always admired was the connection to the audience. And his asides and his looks and his pauses were interpreted exactly the way he knew they would be interpreted. Mm-hmm. And that fueled the ridiculous nature of some of the presentation. And without that audience, you don't get the full measure of Norm.
Right.
It was like the audience was his partner. Everybody was in this together with Norm.
I agree. I like the way he said it. The audience was his partner.
Yeah. That kind of felt like the gentle Norm that when you would sit and hang out after our shows on the road and we'd be on the bus with him and he'd still be being funny, he would kind of perform like that. Like he'd say his material to you, he'd kind of commit to it, but he just kept going and going and going and going. It looked like he was just like, I want to get everything out. Everything I've been thinking about. Anyways.
He had I think, best word choice of maybe any comedian I've ever seen. Yeah. He intentionally mispronounces words.
Yeah.
When he knows he knows how to say TV. He says it's the TV. He came on our show, I think it was his first appearance, and he was talking about a Doberman, and he said it's a Doberman. And he knows. But he's constantly screwing with you on every level.
Right.
But his word choice is, he was like Mark Twain. He had this folksy, completely out of time. And I don't know if he was born 300 years too late or 300 years too early, but he's talking in a way, no one speaks like that. And you really appreciate the way he says things and
He
his
talks
timing.
like a 1930s Canadian dock worker.
Yeah.
Does it remind you a bit of Face in the Crowd, some of the early stuff, where he is just communicating from himself to a radio audience?
Yeah.
That's what I thought of early on in this.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because when the way I experienced him, as you did, Dave, was, you know, really on the talk show format. And later on, when I would look at the clips of him on my show, that I would think, I don't even know that I needed to, I was there just laughing, but I was in no way, he's totally self-fueled. Yes, it's nice when you hear the audience there, but he's also, you know, what he's doing is so absurd and ridiculous. And this was an exercise in, I mean, I couldn't do that if you just put a camera there and said, you've got 50 minutes and go. I would lose my train of thought, or I need other people there for me to find the next thing. He's completely, when I look at his appearances that he did with me, I think, I didn't need to be there. Right. I mean, I'm glad I was there. I'm selfishly glad I was there. But
you need a second to think. Like I don't know if he's got a set list or there's no really looking down. There's no bumbling. There's no thing. It was just kind of go, 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 go. I didn't see where that would be, and to remember all that.
But it was the presentation, considering the circumstance, the presentation was robust, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I like
Energetic.
the messiness. I like the dog. I like
the dog in a phone call.
And you were saying that, you know, the guy without the audience, and this is just more, there was no choice. You know, it's different when he just has to do it. The other guy picked not to have an audience.
That's absolutely right, but I didn't even think it was possible.
Yeah.
And I feel like he landed the trick.
Yeah.
His timing is like a drummer's. It's like a jazz drummer.
But what would the timing have been with an audience? Still perfect?
I can't tell, you know. He's so nice with it. I feel like it looked like it was supposed to be there. I can't. It's hard to explain.
This is like listening to a good book on tape.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, that's good.
It reminds me of what I liked about him. He's a soothing person to be around.
Yeah, gentle.
There's something about my favorite comedy it's counterintuitive, makes people feel safe, like everything's gonna be all right. This guy was, in a weird way, reconciling his mortality hilariously in front of us. And ironically, he's no longer with us. We're sitting in the aftermath of the life of Norm Macdonald, watching like him be incredibly alive. Like,
But his circumstance, he nudged into it several times.
Right.
But didn't linger.
Yeah.
And to us, from this perspective, powerfully meaningful.
Oh, he definitely wanted to. I'm sorry,
No, no, you go, Adam.
I was just going to say he definitely wanted to make the point he loves his mom.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's a
Because it was like a
tearjerker part.
moment where you just have this glimpse where he takes a pause and he's like, "She's great."
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It was so.
He's talking a lot about, he's talking a lot about mortality. He's talking a lot about death. And obviously now that people, you know, comics talk about that all the time, but it has this.
How would those have registered in front of a live audience, do you think?
not one of the suckers' mother's tits would kill.
Oh, well, that would have murdered. He had a
went
bunch
all
of
the way
things that
around
would
the
have
barn
murdered.
for that.
Because, yeah, he went all the way. It's right. That's the right. He went all the way around the barn. He had this great way of making you. He'd plant the seed, walk all over the hill, around the silo, down to the brook. You've forgotten about it, and then he lands that again,
that's
and it's
true.
joyous. It's just joyous.
Yeah.
But this form makes me so appreciate. It's what I always knew, but his face, his eyes, and his eyebrows. I always said there's something almost like a jack-o'-lantern. He's got such a great, his expressions when he's talking about after someone's completed the act, when he becomes, you know, what am I going to do now? I'm going to go and have a cheese sandwich. He's such a terrific performer. I mean, he's really just got this, and he's telling the whole story like a great 1920s silent film comic.
When he smiled, I could picture him as a child.
Oh yeah.
Is you know, he's my senior, but he's got a boyish charm. When he laughs at his own jokes,
Man, him laughing is amazing.
there's something just joyful about watching it.
Does anybody know the length of time it would take him to compile an hour of material? Would that be 6 months,
he had
a year?
more material. I mean, we were on the road one time, and he would swap sets out of nowhere. He'd be like, "I'm gonna try some." I don't know. He didn't even really talk about it. We'd say, "You doing this joke?" He'd be like, "Oh, I don't know
flip
about
a whole
that."
half hour. Yeah,
he'd flip. Yeah, he one time in some conversations, he goes, "I got a good 8 hours now," or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Do you remember that Star Search bit he used to do? The scaffolding of the bit was always the same, but I never seen him do it the same twice. And he would just make up these crazy Star Search intros. Star Search. This next band's been kicking around the Miami area for the last 15 years. Give it up for overnight sensation, he'd say. And he would do that. Like he had a million of them. And I've seen him do the bit a bunch of times. Never the same. The lyric, the scaffolding was the same. The lyrics always changed.
He also had an infinite collection of old stories, I think probably from, you know, rural Canada or traveling salesman stories. And I would be delighted because, you know, he'd come out and I'd be laughing. It was the only person I could say this about. I'd be laughing before he did anything. He'd come out from behind the curtain and he's got those cheeks and those eyes. And I looked at the tape, I'm just laughing. He hasn't done anything yet. And then Norm, how are you? And he's like, bought a farm.
Yeah.
And I know immediately this is complete bullshit. And I'd say, well, you know, the whole thing is a complete waste of everyone's time, and it's joyous.
Right.
Because
he's reveling in it.
He's reveling in every second of it.
This wife, Ruth, he keeps speaking of.
Nothing's real.
Yeah,
There's
Agnes at the desk.
Yeah.
I can remember reading his autobiography and enjoying it, but being greatly disappointed about 10 pages in when I realized it was all fantasy. I want to know about Norm's life, but this was other solar system.
We were on the road with it was Adam and Rob Schneider, Norm, and a bunch of us. And some nights he'd flip the whole set, but some nights he would do like the bomb set.
Oh, yeah.
And he would just walk people, and he would do it almost on purpose. So, you know, some nights he would just say, "This is the set you're getting," and
He
just
did
see
it.
what happens.
This is courtesy of Jim Downey, who did Update with Norm. Said, I mean, it's the thing that stuns me is he used to, there's dress for Saturday Night Live, and then there's air. And Norm would do his set for Update in front of the dress crowd. And there'd be certain jokes that got absolutely nothing. Now, a sketch can maybe do better on air than it did, but a joke, if it bombs at dress, in that format, it will bomb on air. It just will. So he had undisputed proof that his joke was going to bomb, but he liked the joke. And he'd turn to Downey and say, yeah, we're doing it. And Downey would say, oh, that's a great joke. Yeah, we're doing it. Now, that I like to do well. And if I'm handed absolute proof that I will fail, I will change course.
Sure.
I will admit it. I'm not that guy. There's something in him that's unbelievably fearless.
What you're describing there, when I would watch those segments, they were delightful. There was something more exciting and interesting about the silence and Norm's joy at having landed the dud.
And holding his smile.
It was thrilling. It was heroic.
He was telling us, this is a good joke. And I'm sticking with it. And his eyes would just light up when he was getting nothing. And you got what I'm serving tonight. This is what we're serving at the restaurant.
Yes.
And this is what you're eating. And you're gonna, there you go. Yeah, you know.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's like a master chef. What do you know? Fuck your taste buds.
The sushi restaurant where they go,
Yeah.
"No, you don't do California rolls here."
Yeah. I just like that. Yeah, that guy is certain. Yeah, and his sensibility. It's fun to watch.
You get more than a joke and a laugh. You get that tone, you get that attitude. There is that invisible connection. Yeah, we know what you're up to, Norm, and this is what we love.
It's like why rock and roll is cool. The
Yeah.
swag of it. Like she's just doing it. He's hip, bro. It was great.
He came on our show one time, your old studio, the late night show, and I went in just to say hi before the segment, and he's in the dressing room right outside the double doors, inconsolable, because he had bet on a big game that had just ended.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there to try and make sure that the guest is in a good mood.
Right.
We're going to have a good ramp up. And I remembered him just, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I hear the band outside. It's going to be good time show business with a man that just lost 55,000. Who knows what he lost, you know?
Recently destitute Norm Macdonald.
Exactly, yeah.
Did he give that up? Do we know?
I don't know.
I don't know 100%.
When it was him reading an excerpt from his book or his book on tape, where he describes his gambling addiction,
Yeah.
so poetically.
Oh, wow.
He talks about roulette.
Roulette.
Yeah. It's
how
a book on tape.
hopeful it is
Yeah.
to be he's addicted to the hope of it.
And there's no way you can talk about Norm and not, because we all know that gambling was, part of his life, and you can just, in his comedy, he's just always putting everything on 17 red or 35 red. It's like, that's amazing that it's really the same, the same thrill.
Yeah, you're right. That's interesting.
I'm not taking that,
He's
I have a funny Norm gambling one. So, and this is everything is true. So, because some of it doesn't make sense, but we lived in the same building. I went up to visit him in his room. We come up at his apartment. That was going into his apartment was bananas as it is. But we're having a nice time, and I say, "You got any soda?" And I open up his fridge, and I swear to God, $25,000 worth of chips. Atlantic City chips are in his fridge. And I go, "What's this?" He goes, "Oh, I won big. I won big on Friday." And I said, "Well, why didn't you cash it in, buddy?" He goes, "Well, I brought it here so I could talk to Bernie Brillstein to see how I don't have to pay taxes on it." So I go, "Oh," and he goes, yeah, so I'm going to bring it back Monday. And he told me no matter what, I got to pay taxes. So, it didn't work out there. So whatever, I go, "Oh, that sucks." So anyways, I see him at Saturday Night Live on Monday. I go, "Did you cash that in?" He goes, "I lost it all."
We go down the elevators, and they have limos for us for the SNL to go to the after party. So we get in them, and then Max, the guy, goes, "Oh yeah, Norm sometimes takes us to Atlantic City." So he just skips the party. They go right there. And that Monday he comes back. He said the same thing. He goes, he keeps chips in his refrigerator because no one looks in the fridge if they're robbing him.
Oh,
That was another.
Wow, that's ingenious.
Better than the Bernie.
That's what I'm doing. That's fantastic. Wow.
Man, you guys are lucky to get to work with them that way.
Yeah.
There's a few people in my career that it's like why I go to the fights if I know Mayweather's fighting something, because I know this guy is great and he's only got but so many fights in him. This guy.
I was going to say I really liked him right away. I just saw him, I felt like I understood him a different way, and I felt like deep down he was actually very, very shy,
Oh, yeah.
Right, don't you
Very
think?
shy.
And sweet.
And so sweet.
Yeah, talked about your parents a lot. He loved his dad more than anything. He talked about his dad a lot. Loved his mom, his brother, his
deeply
his boy.
So sensitive. I was saying, so when you lost your dad, Dave, and you were talking about that, I'm sure he really was like wanting to make you feel so good and so sweet and thoughtful, and probably thought deeply about that's how he would approach it to kind of.
It seemed very thoughtful
Right.
and wildly, disarmingly empathetic. It's very rare that I meet somebody in a professional situation that made me put my dukes down like that. Like defenseless again. Like, oh, this guy doesn't have an ounce of judgment in him unless
true.
it's hilarious. Unless it's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dave, when does that movie come out?
I remember when you did that movie. I remember
man.
that.
And the irony, I really did try to get out of it, but I couldn't imagine my life without having done it or getting to spend that time with him.
Do we know if he did any of this material in front of an audience?
We knew some from that tour.
Cou-
But that tour was
couple-
right before Corona. I think it was about. 4 years
Remember
ago.
the day before the lockdown, Norm had some set that went viral. It was a cookie jar dunk. I remember, like, me and my buddies in Ohio were all like, yo, did you see this Norm Macdonald set? It was on YouTube, probably still on there. He destroyed. And he even
Oh, right.
he
At the Improv,
Yeah,
right?
we're
When
all
he
gonna
talked about
die and-
the pandemic.
It
Yeah.
was a
Incredible.
cookie jar dunk. And you
Yeah.
could tell it was off the rip. And it was all that, all the anxiety that the day before the whole world goes into lockdown.
Yeah.
And he was just on some fuck it. And it felt so good. Again, it made me feel like everything's gonna be fine.
Well,
Wow.
if he were alive and we're doing this show that we watched tonight somewhere in front of 200, 300, 400 people, killer, standing O, what would be their impact?
Well,
here?
yeah. The question to me is, I mean, he's touching on some third rail stuff, and it really depends on
Yeah, he didn't have to leave on a big laugh. So he would go on. Some of his shit would murder.
Yeah.
Some of his shit would eat it. Some people would be like get annoyed, upset that he said it, and then like most of us, you go, all right, let me get out of this fucking hole and come up with a big joke because
Right.
I'm about to get off. He'd go, all right, let's keep going down,
Yeah.
and we'll
Yeah.
get out on that.
I'm
like it.
certain of this 25 minutes of this would kill.
Yeah.
Right.
Which would probably be about, with
Yeah.
laughs,
Yeah.
add water, 35,
Add time, yeah.
38 minutes, easy.
you'd have notes. You'd have people saying,
Well, yeah. If you
don't
try
want
to
to be talking.
practice it, plus like cannibal stuff, or when he says it gets on red, I go, "Fuck, so close."
Yeah.
But all those, there's some stuff that's for sure laugh lines
Yeah.
that would work anywhere, and then he pulls you away from it for a while, and then and they're trickier stuff. It's trickier to figure it out, and he would lose some people.
It's
but-
hard to separate. I buy it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah.
it's like watching a 4-hour Mooney set at a certain point. It's like I'm just invested in this as an experience.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to separate myself from that.
And it's fun to watch him acknowledge what would be the silence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see.
Oh. And enjoy it.
Yeah, and
Enjoy it.
I could see in his mind there was a crowd there. He was anticipating this crowd, and which reminds me again, this guy was very deliberate in how he approached this, because it does seem like jazz, but it's very methodical.
It's funny
Mhm.
because he's, all I've ever heard about Norm is that I think he was the most widely read comedian,
Mhm.
very widely read, highly intelligent. I think a great, great mathematician. I mean, things that you would never think. He was talented in all these areas. And choosing, what's my diction? What's my word going to be? What's the right word here?
Oh, yeah.
And what's it exactly going to be? So you get this, because he seems reckless,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also ruthlessly planned everything out and thought it through.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to go together, but with him, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was his, I'm sorry, Molly. go
Oh, I
ahead.
was going to say before, I think in the last, 13, 14 years, he got, as you said, Conan, he was reading 4 or 5 books at a time, Russian literature. Mark Twain was his favorite author. He loved Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. but he got really into reading about God and Christianity.
Oh, yeah.
And really wanting to understand God.
Where he's headed.
Feeling maybe
Yeah.
close
Crawling.
to
Yeah.
death.
Yeah,
or
sure.
thinking about death, but really, really wanting to understand God.
I don't know how everyone else felt here, but Norm was sick for quite a while, and he got sicker, and I didn't know, and I talked to so many people who I was sure knew. I thought maybe I'm the only one that doesn't know, and so many. He didn't want anybody to know.
I didn't know.
And so, you know, being the self-absorbed person I am, I think a lot of us, we thought, is he mad at me? Is there something I
Yeah.
did?
Sure.
Because we kept trying to get him to come back on, and we couldn't. He couldn't do it because I don't think he was up for it, and he didn't want to answer questions about maybe, you know, his appearance or anything. But I remembered
Yeah.
when he went, everybody in the community we all thought we were the only one that didn't know, and we were so upset that we didn't get a chance to tell him what he meant to us. And then it was very quickly realized he would not have tolerated that. He didn't
Yeah.
want it.
Oh, right,
He didn't
yeah.
want any of us to tell him.
He'd get grossed out.
He'd get very
I think
unhappy.
it's treat him different or laugh at
Yeah,
his
you,
jokes.
you reflect on experiences you had with him during the time he was ill and wondered if that had manifested itself because of the illness.
Right.
I'm curious as to what his process was, if you knew how he wrote.
My experience was so chaotic. You know, I thought this guy is Evel Knievel. He's going to jump Snake River Canyon. He doesn't care. But he put a ton of work into what he was doing and worked it out a lot of the time. So I don't know what that process was, but I mean, this really impressed me with how self-contained it is
Yeah.
and how
And he
certainly-
scribbled a lot of stuff down all the time. He was just like most comedians. He's constantly writing his jokes down. But
It's a lot of work. No laughs. A lot of work.
yeah,
He
It's funny
said,
that
you said something that reminded me. I don't know what story he was telling me, but the story was, in the beginning of the story, he's telling me he used to go to this Christian revival church.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I didn't really believe any of this stuff. I go, then why'd you go? And I love what he said. I don't even remember what he was talking about. He goes, because it made me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time I saw him was at the Comedy Store. And he was uncharacteristically emotional.
yeah.
Like when we parted company, he was. And there's a picture of me and him and like the back of Chris Rock said, I put it in my special. That picture that's in the end of the closer was the last time that I saw him.
Wow.
And he stood there. He came up, he stood behind me. I looked, he said, hey, he looked up. And I realized he was posing for the picture in hindsight. Like a gift.
That's nice.
It was a very fitting goodbye.
That is so sweet, Dave.
Yeah.
Hey man, what about when he was emotional and saying goodbye to you on the show?
At the time when, and like Conan suggests, I didn't know he was ill, so surprised. In thinking about that moment, he must have known a great deal about what his future was and how long it might have been. I always took it as an enormous compliment that my emotional situation had affected him.
Right.
But now, to be fair, this guy knew more than just I was leaving.
Well, he was crazy about you. I mean, we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
talking
he-
about it.
absolutely.
That's very
Yeah,
I
sad.
saw him on your show once, and he said, "I've seen more sunsets than I will ever see." He said that to you on his show.
Yeah.
Hits you hit different. I'm sorry to interrupt, though.
No, that's okay. I probably cut him off and said, we got to get to Al Roker now. He probably was about to say something very profound, and I'm like, that's great, Norm. Al Roker's here. He came up 3 floors to be with us tonight, and he's got nothing. Al Roker.
I was saying I saw him at the SNL 40th, and I didn't know he had cancer or anything, but I remember as soon as he saw me, he was like, "I love you, Molly." Just he blurted out right away, and I think I was like, "Oh," I just had a sense of like, I could feel that he had this kind of urgency to say exactly what was on his mind in the moment,
Right.
because maybe he'll never have that moment again. And I was like, oh, something's different with Norm.
The last time I saw him with any regularity was we all went on a tour to do just stand up. Like
The 3 of you guys.
it was
I had a
even
couple other guys.
funny because we had a text chain of a bunch of us, and
Oh, yeah,
we would
we had
all
a
fuck
text
around.
chain. Yeah.
And then one time he was arguing with Schneider about something and about stand up, and he goes, "I'm the best comic out of all of us," and everyone went, "Yeah."
That's true.
No one fought back. They go, "Okay."
Yeah, you're right.
We'll give you
Yeah,
that
I
one.
think that's fair.
Yeah, it was
honestly.
fair.
Yeah.
And we go, sure. But he was, what the nice thing is we were flying around or on the bus or backstage. he would come in and do bits. He wanted to keep. I like that, you know, and people are still funny, and he's a good laugher, and that's always nice when a comic is a good laugher too, instead of just only going one way with it. They like to crack up at people, and that was a fucking blast. Did you wear a cowboy hat the whole time? Like
he bought a cowboy hat, and all of a sudden, cowboy hat walking
so
around.
weird, yeah. Like
He would do that
on
thing.
stage, he would
He
sit.
sometimes would sit.
We do a
Sometimes
Q&A.
he'd be late in the morning because we're all taking off, and I would just go, hey, no, man, we got to get to this place, and he'd give me a look, and then after he passed away, then I realized he was giving me a look like, what the fuck do you want from me? I'm going through some shit, man. But he'd be like, yeah, all right, you know.
But never any deeper knowledge of it than that?
Never anything.
Yeah.
Never let you know anything. He did get emotional a lot, though. Like, on the whole tour, he would just all of a sudden get really teary-eyed and stuff, and he'd be like, this is wonderful, like this, the tour itself, and like hanging out, and we'd have dinners and breakfasts and shit, and he was more... He'd just be so much fun to see. He had so much energy to hang.
The hard part about not telling people, which it would worry me a little bit, is I got slightly angry because during the thing, he would set up dinners with me and he would keep canceling. And I didn't know if it was a bit but it got frustrating because I go, if you're scared of a corona, just come over to the house and just be me and you, we'll sit across or whatever. Yeah, that's what I want. I'd like just a good night with Davey. And then he goes, and then that night I go, where? He goes, I can't, it's COVID. I go, I know, but we just talked about this. And then a week later, do you want to have dinner? And I go, biting a fucking hook. But I don't even know if it was I think he would maybe think about it and then he'd go, I don't feel good or something. But later, I was getting irritated because I'm like, you can come over. I didn't know what was going on, but if I did, of course, I'd go, whatever you want, I'll, you know.
But I'm a little like that because I would love to have dinner with each of you, but it'll never happen.
We've all tried. We've all tried.
Far, I don't know why or how everybody got this goddamn sensitive. You know who hates me the most? The transgender community. Yeah, these motherfuckers. I mean, I didn't realize how bad it was. These motherfuckers, I was really mad about that last Netflix special. It's tough, man. I don't know what to do about it because I like them. I always have. Never had a problem with them. You know, just fucking around. As a matter of fact, I think I make fun of everybody, and I mean, as a group of people, they have to admit it's kind of fucking hilarious, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's like, I've never seen somebody in such a hilarious predicament not have a sense of humor about it. They're born feeling like there's something other than they're born as, and that's kind of funny, you know? I mean, it's funny if it's not happening to you. It's like that white black bitch that's in the news all the time. Rachel Dolezal. She's a white woman, but then she dressed up like a nigga and shot her way up to the very top of blackness. And I always wanted to meet her just so I could understand. I just wanted to like have dinner with her so I could just look in her eyes and call her a nigger to her face. The fuck is that bitch talking about? I identify black. That is trans talk, ladies. Stop biting. Stop biting. There's a big difference between her and a trans. The difference between her and a trans is I believe transgenders. I don't understand them either, but I know they mean what they say. Them niggas cut their dicks off. That's all the proof I need. I've never seen somebody just throw their dick away. Don't need it. I don't understand, but I believe you and I support your decision, motherfucker. But how far is Rachel willing to go? What is Rachel willing to do so that we blacks can believe that she believes she's actually one of us? Bitch, are you willing to put a lien on your house? Invest in a mixtape that probably won't work out? She didn't even change her name. Didn't even change her name. Her name is Rachel. I can't believe in that name. If you want my support, you're gonna have to change your name to the blackest shit I've ever heard. Bitch, you're gonna have to change your name to Draymond Green. I don't know a blacker name than that. That shit is black on paper. If you type Draymond Green into Airbnb, that shit will log off automatically. Well, people get mad, bro. People get mad about everything I say. I was doing a show. I was in Portland, Oregon, and I was checked in a hotel under the name Charles Edward Cheese. I came back, and there was a note. It was like a letter on my desk. It was addressed to Mr. Cheese. So obviously, I'm going to assume that whoever wrote this letter must be an intimate friend of mine. This is not some kind of name that a person would just guess. But then I open the letter, and it turns out I don't know this person at all. It's a fan letter. You know, I'm not even used to the idea that I have fans, but I'm grateful for it. And even though I'm grateful for fans, I don't read those letters. It'd be nice if I did, but realistically, it's like, what am I, Santa Claus, nigga? I don't have time for this. I got shit I want to do. I'm trying to chill. Read all these dreams and wishes from strangers. But I read it. I'd already opened it. So I just read the whole letter. And you know what, man? Whoever wrote this letter truly loves me. I mean, they were really fucking nice in the letter. And then they described to me what it was like to come to the show, how excited they were, how much fun they were having. And then they said that when I got to my jokes about transgenders, that they were, quote, devastated. Because it turns out that whoever wrote the letter was transgender. Now, I'm going to be real for a second. You got to understand, I never feel bad about anything I say up here. And I would never admit this to you if I hadn't locked your phones up. But it was the weirdest thing. Like, when I read this letter, the shit made me feel bad. I didn't feel bad about what I said, you understand? I felt bad that I made somebody else feel bad. To be honest, I don't even know what I said that upset that person. I have so many transgender jokes. But I feel like it was probably this joke I'm about to tell you right now. And it's not even that bad of a joke. It's a true joke. I mean, it's not true, but I had read in the paper that Caitlyn Jenner was contemplating posing nude in an upcoming issue of Sports Illustrated. And I know it's not politically correct to say these things, so I just figured, fuck it, I'll say it for everybody else. Yuck. Oh, sometimes I just want to read some stats. I don't know why you're gonna cram some man pussy in the middle of the sports page like this. I just didn't think that was the place for it. But I wasn't saying anything like Caitlyn Jenner's a bad person. I'm not mad at her for doing it. I'm not even mad at Sports Illustrated. If I'm mad at somebody, I'm probably just mad at myself. You understand? Because deep down, I know that I am not strong enough to not look at those pictures. And I don't think I'm ready to see what she's trying to show me. So Caitlyn, goddamn, if you go through with this thing, bitch, you better go hard or go home. I want you to go all the way. Hustler style. Do you know what hustler style means, miss? That means spread the lips. I hope she spreads her lips and there's an itty bitty dick inside. Ah! The show is behind the curtains. I don't know what I said that upset that person. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I read that letter, and the moments after I read it, I did something that many black men in America do not have the time or the money to do. I thought about how I felt. Asked myself a very basic question that I don't think I ever directly contemplated. I said, man, Dave, if you're writing all these jokes, do you have a problem with transgender people? And the answer is absolutely not. The fuck do you guys think I am? I don't understand all the choices that people make. But I do understand that life is hard and that those types of choices do not disqualify you from a life with dignity and happiness and safety in it. But if I'm honest, my problem has never been with transgender people. My problem is transgender people. I just feel like these things should not be discussed in front of the blacks. It's fucking insulting, all this talk about how these people feel inside. Since when has America given a fuck how any of us feel inside? And I cannot shake this awful suspicion that the only reason everybody is talking about transgenders is because white men want to do it. That's right. I just said that. If it was just women that felt that way, or black dudes and Mexican dudes being like, hey, y'all, we feel like girls inside, they'd be like, shut up, nigger. No one asked you how you felt. Come on, everybody, we have strawberries to pick. It reeks of white privilege. You never asked yourself why it was easier for Bruce Jenner to change his gender than it was for Cassius Clay to change his fucking name? And if I were to be brutally honest, the only reason I ever been mad at the transgender community is because I was at these niggas for 6 songs straight. I had no idea. And then the lights came up and I saw them knuckles. I said, oh no! And everybody was laughing at me. Hi, world star. I said, why didn't you say anything? And then I heard that sultry voice. I didn't say anything, Dave Chappelle, because I was having a wonderful time. And I wasn't sure how you'd feel about it. I said, you knew how I'd feel. And she said, I'm going home. I don't want any trouble from you. I said, home? It's only 2 songs left. I mean, we might as well finish tonight. Don't forget who I am. Don't forget what I am. I am a black dude. And don't ever forget how I got here. My ancestors were kidnapped. I don't even know where the fuck I'm from. They were put on the bottom of boats. They sailed them across the Atlantic. Many of them died. Only the strongest survived. And once they got here, they beat the humanity out of my people. They turned us into beasts of burdens. They made us do their work. And the irony is, hundreds of years later, they called us lazy. We fought in the Civil War. We damn near freed ourselves. Then in Reconstruction, black people did great. My great-grandfather was a very wealthy man. But then the black codes came, Jim Crow came. There was 100 years of unspeakable oppression again. Lynchings, all kinds of terroristic acts to keep us in the margins of society. And yet we still fought. And Dr. King was born. And then things got better.
20 years after Dr. King was assassinated, Michael Jackson was moonwalking on television. Something, 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 Barack Obama. And Donald Trump, and now here we all are. 400-year nightmare. Took us 400 years to figure out as a people that white people's weakness the whole time was kneeling during their national anthem. That's a brittle spirit. That's right, nigga. On the rockets, regular. Ah! Ah! What are you doing, nigga? Stand up! The Vice President of the United States got involved. Mike Pence got involved. He went to the game himself. These niggers will have to stand when they see me. And all them football players looked up in the stands and saw Mike Pence and said, Mike Pence, come on, y'all. Wu-Tang. Bow! Oh! Foiled. Brittle spirit. I could kill every white person in America at one time. You know how I'd do it? I would just wait for the Super Bowl. And right when they sang the national anthem, I'd have O.J. Simpson walk to the 50-yard line with them bad knees. You know, what the hell's he doing here? Oh, I know what he's gonna do. Stop him! I just want to help. I want to be a good guy. Like, I can't even say the word Me Too anymore. The nigga tonight was like, Dave, I'm going to the comedy club. I was like, I am also going to the comedy club. And I didn't even know it was happening, but I guess I became like a feminist in the last 3 weeks because I can't watch porn the same. Like, I watch it sometimes, but I can't click on these motherfucking thumbnails, not with those titles. Guy crams young girl in the ass with hard right. I can't click on that. Come on, nigga, give me something I can click on. Dude gets sucked off by a midget. Little person, I say to myself. It takes me hours to find one clip. What the hell is this? Marginally groomed feminist enjoys consensual sex with vaguely homosexual guy with penis the same color as mine. Click. There's a lot of black dudes haven't been getting Me Too. I don't want to jinx myself. You know why, though? Obviously, black women go through the same thing, right? The reason is because black women from slavery won't tell on us because they know that no matter how bad we black dudes are, white dudes are very mean. They're scared to see us get punished. My wife is Asian. She'd tell on me in a goddamn second. Ain't no fucking up in the Chappelle household. And the wildest shit about it is I live in Trump country. I live amongst the Tiki Torch whites, poor white people. And I'm rich. If it's ever pitchfork time, nigga, I'm in a lot of trouble. And nobody in my family believes me. I be trying to tell the kids, man, we gotta run these drills. They're like, we don't want to run your stupid drills. Too bad, son, you have to. Tiki Torch whites come upside, what are you guys supposed to do? Come on, Dad, what are you guys supposed to do? Squint our eyes and stand next to Mom. That's right. Me, your gun and your groundskeeper uniform. That's right. I'll go outside and see what they want. It is wild, bro. Where you from, man? Where you from? New York. You from, what, Manhattan? Brooklyn. You are from Brooklyn, aren't you? You look like you can rob somebody with a hammer. Brooklyn niggas rob you with shit they find around the house. I just got stabbed with a toothbrush. This nigga must be from Brooklyn. You gotta man the fuck up, y'all. I don't mean to be disrespectful, because man, I know you're upset what I said, but you know, I know you're right, but come on, baby, it's me. I was right once. Remember that? Does anybody remember when I was like missing from show business for 12 years? Remember when I had like this really popular show and I quit? I remember I walked away from $50 million. A lot harder than walking away from Louis' freckled dick. I didn't know that I'd ever work again. And yet here I am tonight. Did my dream die? No. I remember that shit. You don't remember that when I quit my show? Remember, when on the way out the door, I said, something's wrong in Hollywood. I believe they said I smoked crack. That's right, I remember. Remember they called me crazy. So really, you know, you're right, ladies. Congratulations. Enjoy it. And they coming for you, bitches. They coming for you. There's one person that's uncomfortable. You know who's the most uncomfortable motherfucker in the room? The nigga that's right. I was just walking around like Tom Cruise at the movies, just looking. And ruin the whole orgy by accident. It's easier to ruin an orgy than you think. All you gotta do is wait for it to get kind of quiet and then go, ew. And I feel bad. But I just feel like this is all happening for a reason. And ladies, I want you to win this fight. 10 years ago, I might have been scared, but you know, I got a daughter now, so if you win, she wins. So I'm rooting for you. And I agree with you. At least ideologically, I do. I don't know if you're doing it just right, but I mean, who am I to say? I don't think you're wrong. I just think that you can't make a lasting peace this way. You got all the bad, but the minute they're not scared anymore, it will get worse than it was before. Fear does not make lasting peace. Ask black people. And that's what it is. What this city really needs, without irony, I'll say this, the cure for LA is in South Africa. You motherfuckers need truth and reconciliation with one another. Because the end of apartheid should have been a fucking bloodbath by any metric in human history, and it wasn't. And the only reason it wasn't is because Desmond Tutu and Mandela and all these guys figured out that if a system is corrupt, then the people who adhere to the system and are incentivized by that system are not criminals. They are victims. And that the system itself must be tried. But because how systems work is so compartmentalized as far as information, the only way we can figure out what the system is if everybody says what they did. Tell them how you participated. Because men want to help, they're just scared. Because Ben Affleck tried to help. Hey, what happened to these ladies is disgusting. Oh, nigga, you grabbed a titty in 95. All right, fellas, I'm out. Fuck that, I ain't helping. Don't forget who I am. Don't forget what I am. I am a black dude. And don't ever forget how I got here. My ancestors were kidnapped. I don't even know where the fuck I'm from. They were put on the bottom of boats. They sailed them across the Atlantic. Many of them died. Only the strongest survived. And once they got here, they beat the humanity out of my people. They turned us into beasts of burdens. They made us do their work. And the irony is, hundreds of years later, they called us lazy. We fought in the Civil War. We damn near freed ourselves. Then in Reconstruction, black people did great. My great-grandfather was a very wealthy man. But then the black codes came, Jim Crow came, and it was 100 years of unspeakable oppression again. Lynchings, all kinds of terroristic acts to keep us in the margins of society. And yet we still fought. And Dr. King was born. And then things got better. 20 years after Dr. King was assassinated, Michael Jackson was moonwalking on television. Something, 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 Barack Obama. And Donald Trump, and now here we all are. 400-year nightmare. Took us 400 years to figure out as a people that white people's weakness the whole time was kneeling during their national anthem. That's a brittle spirit. That's right, nigga. On the rock, it's regular. Ah! Ah! What are you doing, nigga? Stand up! The Vice President of the United States got involved. Mike Pence got involved. He went to the game himself. These niggers will have to stand when they see me. And all them football players looked up in the stands and saw Mike Pence and said, Mike Pence, come on, y'all. Wu-Tang. Bow! Oh! Foiled. Brittle spirit. I could kill every white person in America at one time. You know how I'd do it? I would just wait for the Super Bowl. And right when they sang the national anthem, I'd have O.J. Simpson walk to the 50-yard line with them bad knees. Is that O.J. Simpson on the field? What the hell is he doing here? Oh, I know what he's gonna do. Stop him! I don't know if you ever saw on TMZ the big headline, Dave Chappelle, drunk on stage in Detroit. Well, if you saw it, I wasn't drunk. I had smoked some reefer with some rappers. Yeah. I don't know if you know anything about hanging out with rappers, but their weed is very strong. Stronger than what I was accustomed to. The article goes on to say I was booed off stage, which is also incorrect. I was booed. I did not leave. It was a long bump. It was a fucking nightmare. 2 puffs of weed, that's all it was. 2 puffs. I never had that happen where I take 2 puffs of weed. I looked at the guy next to me, I was like, I'm gonna bomb, nigga, I can feel it. And that guy called my name, Dave Chappelle. Niggas was like, you know, normally when you do a comedy show, you guys don't know what it looks like up here, but niggas be looking up at you like. That's how the show started. Didn't take long for the faces to switch up, like, what the fuck? They started looking amongst themselves. So I knew I wasn't doing good. I don't remember what I was saying. It just took one person to break the ice. It's a black lady with a Ford Motor shirt on. Stood up suddenly. Fuck you, Dave Chappelle. I said, excuse me? She said, I worked all week for this shit, and this show sucks. And in a weird act of racial harmony, a conservative white guy stood up and backed her up. Yeah! The whole crowd band together and started chanting, we want our money back. We want our money back. I said, oh shit. I snapped out of it. Good people of Detroit, hear me. Hear me now. You will never get your fucking money back. Fuck that. I said, I'm like Evel Knievel. I get paid for the attempt. I didn't promise this shit would be good. Boo, they said, fuck you. This went on for a long time. And then after the show, I felt so bad, I took half of the money from the show, thousands of dollars. I said, I'm gonna give this to charity. You know what I did? I bought $25,000 worth of bubble gum and drove around Detroit and handed it out to the homeless so they could chew it and still be hungry. I was very mad at Detroit that night. Because not only did I bomb, nigga, I had to go back to the very same room the next night and do it all over again. Fucking nightmare. That would be like if you were having sex with a woman and for some reason, this would never happen, but for some reason, she had a mouse trap in her pussy. You get caught in the trap. And then you gotta fuck her again tomorrow night. I'd still do it, but you know, I'd be careful the next time. The old mouse trap in the pussy trick, eh? Fool me once. Yeah, it was a tough time. And I wanted to give up sometimes. I almost did give up, but then right before I gave up, I decided not to. But I made the call. They answered the phone. Hello? Dancing with the Stars. I said, not yet. Not yet. Yeah. Oh, if you see me on that shit, it's over. Trust me. My spirit is broken. If you see me waiting for them judges, getting critiqued on my cha-cha, fuck that.